everybody, it's Officer Jazzy. I keep saying that I'm gonna be doing videos, and then life gets crazy, and I don't get around to it, and I could make a lot of excuses, but I think I actually understand why I've been having trouble posting some YouTube videos lately. So hopefully we can explore that as we are going through this game. Let me just put on my headphones real quick. Alright. Let's get to it. Right, so we've got... Oh, right, yeah. Zubat evolved, that's right. You're now a beautiful Golbat, and we still need to... Oh, yep, Leech Life, Supersonic when you attack. Isn't it the saddest thing that in Gen 7, Leech Life finally becomes like a really good move, and then the Zubat line cannot learn it anymore? There's some decisions that Pokemon made going through their generationals that I just don't agree with. Anyways, we got our Golbat. We got our Geodude. We got our Scout. I love my sweet girl Scout. And we have Sucker. And Oddish as well. That's right. Okay. Very, you know, basic team? Yeah, basic team. So, I'm gonna go back. I know we're on our way to go. Oh my goodness, yes, that's right. Swablu. Let's just go ahead and attack this little thing. It's always when you think it's gonna be quick. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, now we need to go. You're asleep, so we are running. We're running. And yeah, if I don't know if you've noticed, but I do have a new mic. I hope it's working all right. It took me a while to figure out how to get it all set up. And I just hope that it is good for you guys, so that we can have a good time recording today. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Alright. I think... Yeah, we were just training up these two, I think. Yeah, these two needed the most training. So, we just need to make sure that Golbat doesn't faint, because happiness is the next evolution requirement. So, we need to make sure that he is the happiest little Golbat that he can be, so that he can become the next evolution, which is a Crobat, because we like Crobat. Crobat is a good Pokemon. Golbat is okay for like mid-game, but not very strong on its own, so we'll go ahead and make that happen. And I do remember saying that we had a new nickname for Geodude. When we get down to that part, when we get down to the name rater and everything, then we'll go ahead and fix that up. We're just not gonna do that right now. Okay. I think I'm just gonna run from all of these battles, because I think we're good for now. We're gonna go find Professor Cosmo. That's what we need to do. Thank you, Geodude. Sweet. We're gonna need that. Not now, but we are going to need it for when I start completing some other Pokemon challenges that I have in the works here. I might talk about those too here. But for now, if you're lighting a campfire, make sure you have water handy. Kindler Bernie, that's right! Okay, so I like Kindler Bernie. I don't know about you guys, but he's one of my favorite NPCs. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But I think it's just, I like his sprite. He seems really polite. Plus, he not only has a fire Pokemon, but he has a water type Pokemon as well, so that he can put out fires once they're done. Such a responsible NPC. Kindler Bernie. Thanks for dousing my fire. Such a responsible lad. You really do have to be careful with any sort of fire in a forest. Don't ever underestimate the power of fire. Thanks, Kindler Bernie. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, man. Always, always a pleasure. If you're not prepared, you shouldn't be up in the mountains. Yep. There was one time that I almost got lost in my local mountains when I was working animal control. Yeah, that was not good. I would have been stuck up there. I had my truck. My Ram 1500 truck was there to get me around up there, but I've never really explored those mountains prior to that job, and so I went up there to go try and find something, couldn't find it, and then I couldn't find my way down. Thankfully, I ran into like some really, really prepared, knowledgeable individuals who knew those trails a lot. They pointed me in the right direction, and then I was able to get out. But oh man, if I hadn't run into them... yeah, who knows, maybe I'd still be up there. What did you do? Great. Yeah, defend all you want. Bite is a special move. There we go. We need all these things. Oof. Okay. Good job, Golbat. Yes, the mountains can be unforgiving. We just went over that. Alright. Yes, you get a sody pop. Wonderful. Okay. I forget if you swivel or not. Maybe we'll come back to you. You're actually kind of a fun person to battle, but I need to get going on some things. Meteor Falls! I prefer this design to Meteor Falls than an Emerald. Wonderful. But yeah, I prefer this design to Emerald. It's... a lot of people like it, but I don't. I just like that the cave is like all bright and you can clearly see like stalactites and stalagmites. The Emerald Cave doesn't really have that. Okay. Hehehe. With this meteorite, Mount Chimney will... Who? Eh? I don't know who you are, but if you get in the way of Team Aqua, don't expect any mercy. Hold it right there, Team Aqua. We, Team Magma, won't allow you to get away with your misdeeds. Hehehe, even Team Magma joins us, but it's too much trouble to deal with you all. Heh, it doesn't matter. We've got the meteorite, so off to Mount Chimney we go. Be seeing you, you Team Magma dingbats. And you are? Fine, so you are Jazzy. I am Maxie. As the head of Team Magma, I have dedicated myself to thwarting the dangerous plans of Team Aqua. Why? Because Team Aqua is a grave threat to us all. They have committed many destructive acts in their bid to enlarge the sea. We, Team Magma, love dry land above all. Team Aqua is our sworn enemy. Maxie, we should give chase to Team Aqua. Yes, we must. We've got to hurry. There's no telling what Team Aqua will do at Mount Chimney. Jazzy, you should keep an eye out for Team Aqua too. Farewell. Okay. Wild Pokemon to ruin the moment. I'm Cosmo. I'm a professor. I usually study meteorites in Phalaber Town. Then some people from Team Aqua made me guide them to Meteor Falls. They promised me that they would excavate meteorites for me, but Team Aqua tricked me. Oh, that meteorite, it will never be mine now. But that Team Aqua, what are they going to do with that meteorite at Mount Chimney? I don't know, Cosmo, I don't know. I'll have to go see. And there it is. I can't remember if I need to catch this. I think I'll catch it just in case. I don't see it here on my list, but I'm just gonna catch it just in case. Just in case. Use one of these extra Pokeballs that we've got. Oh, you're one of those guys, huh? There we go. Great. It becomes active around the time of the full moon. Instead of walking, it moves by floating in midair. Lunatone, the meteorite Pokemon. The Pokemon's intimidating red eyes cause all those who see it to become transfixed with fear. No. Okay. Now I know we can go down. I can't remember if there's anything we can actually, like, pick up, though. No, we're not gonna go down that way. Let me just get out of this cave here. Caves are kind of annoying because anywhere in the cave you can be ambushed by something. Whereas outside of the caves, only in grass will you be harassed by something. or if you lock eyes with a trainer. Very different. Although if I really wanted to, this might be a good training ground for Geodude here, actually. I might switch him. Maybe. Okay, you've got Magnitude and... Oh, you do have Rock Throw. Okay. Maybe we'll train Geodude here for a little bit. Then I can finally get on with my story. So... We'll chase after Team Aqua and Magma in a little bit. But at least for right now, I think I know why it's been kind of hard for me to get regular content out on YouTube. I know not all of you will remember the early days of YouTube, but I remember the days where it was just a bunch of people being excited about making videos, whether it was, you know, tying music to movies. I really enjoyed watching, like, popular songs with, like, scenes from Disney princess movies. Those were really fun videos at the time, back before, like, music copyright stuff really got big. There was also, like, just basically, like, America's Funniest Videos, but on YouTube. You know, just people playing around, having a good time, and generally just wanting to just create, you know? And then, you know, people started to get popular doing certain things, and fast forward to today, where YouTube is no longer necessarily a place for people to just kind of dink around or, you know, produce whatever they want. The most successful channels are business-oriented. Whether that's just entertainment value, business-oriented, or teaching people how to do something, being an expert in what they do, or if they are already a professional doing something else and they create videos to sort of just highlight their life, or just show people what they do as a professional. So yeah, I guess I won't lie and say that I've been kind of caught up in trying to fit the modern YouTube specifications of being business-oriented, where it's like... Oh, hello. I don't think you're gonna be able to handle that. Let's get Sucker in there. So when I say that I got, like, sucked up into, like, the business part of YouTube, it's like, well, I want my videos to look professional. And I think I've achieved that to some degree. Like, I've got a nice setup. I just got a new microphone. I don't know if you can hear that. And I've got all of my equipment to produce kind of a nice looking product for my friends and for people who are interested. But I've also... I don't know, I'll just let you in on one secret. For these videos, I usually have a whiteboard that kind of is an overview of what I want to talk about. So a lot of my recorded videos have planned topics to talk about. I don't know if you've noticed that. For this video, I don't have anything. I decided to be a little more off script, just because I felt like I needed to talk a little bit about, you know, where I'm at YouTube-wise, and maybe some of the reasons why it's been difficult for me to produce video content. And I guess it's kind of refreshing to not have anything written here. It's kind of refreshing not to have that written there, because I don't know, like, subconsciously, I think maybe it was just telling me, oh, couldn't you, dude? Good job. Give it soda pop real quick. Okay, very good. I guess I just was getting caught up in the fact that, like, all my written content has to be perfect. All the things that I'm going to talk about need to sound professional, I guess, if that makes sense to you. I guess I was buying into the new age thought that YouTube is a place where you are a professional and you need to be knowledgeable about the thing that you're doing. Whether that's playing a game, or it's talking about some of the stuff that I talk about while I'm playing. And, you know, you guys are gonna have a hard time battling, aren't you? Oh, that's alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think we'll keep doing that, though. Yeah, so just having the pressure of knowing what you're talking about and being considered an expert in what you're talking about. I feel like I know a lot of things. I've experienced a lot in this life, and I've shared some of that with you. But I don't know, I'm reassessing my thoughts on whether I want to keep portraying myself as a professional or not, because I'm a human being. Just like you're a human being. You know? Is it fair to really have that pressure on people, to have them be so focused on being a professional or being presentable all the time? Maybe that's a strange thing to think about, but I don't know, that's been on my mind lately. And it wasn't necessarily like I just all of a sudden, oh, this thought flashed in my mind. No, it was very much I grew up in kind of a difficult household. My mom has constantly been struggling with personal issues in her life, and as a result, she kind of struggled to be an effective parent and spouse. And my dad had his own issues that he wasn't taking care of, but, you know, being married to my mom was difficult for him. And a lot of times he felt like he needed to help her or placate her in some way, and my sisters and I... Oh, is that just 1 HP? Oh my goodness. Yeah, my sisters and I, we did our best with that. All three of us are different. And we dealt with that situation in different ways. My way of dealing with it was... my way of dealing with it... for some of my early life, it was just... you know, keeping to myself, reading books, or playing with myself, or like playing with dolls and stuff. And then as I got older, I kind of just... I recognized that my mom was having a really hard time, and so I tried really hard to be a good kid. I tried to be a kid who wouldn't get in trouble, but, you know, as a teenager, you don't like anybody. So, I was fighting some angst as well. Anyways, I felt like those were some really hard times, and I was largely, you know, I was largely neglected, and I largely felt like I was verbally and emotionally abused. But I came out of that situation, and a couple years ago I did some much needed therapy to get through a lot of that stuff. And up until last week I felt, yeah, I'm a new person. I've gone through all of this crap, and I've worked through it all, and I've become my own person, and now I just get to live my life. Now I just get to be this person that I've always wanted to be. And, last week, my mother ended up in needing some urgent care. I'm not going to go into that story because that's not my story to tell. But Geodude, you're probably gonna faint. Sorry, buddy. But because of that experience, I was extremely triggered by it. Events happened where I felt immediately sucked back into that high school mindset of nobody's here to take care of you, you're on your own, you're set to deal with this you're set to deal with your problems and somebody else's problems because this person can't take care of themselves. And I regressed quite a bit back into that mindset. It was not fun. Not fun at all. And I guess I tell you this not so that you feel sorry for me, but just to iterate that, like, I went through those hard times, I came out of them, and part of the reason that I started this YouTube channel was to help people see, like, hey, yeah, terrible things happen to you, but you can be free of them. And they'll never, you know, once you go through all the steps, you'll never be bothered by it ever again. And I guess after last week, I just don't feel so much like an expert on all that anymore. And it's kind of funny because the Pokemon challenges that I've set for myself, I have collected as many Pokemon characters as were available in all 3 generation games of Sapphire and Ruby and Emerald. I've never played Pokemon Coliseum before. I've never played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness before. And I've never gone to the Battle Frontier either. So it seemed kind of weird that, like, I guess it was kind of weird at the time. I was admitting that no, I'm not an expert in Pokemon, but we're gonna go through it together. But then I was assuming that I was an expert on mental and emotional health. And turns out I'm not. So that's pretty humbling. think I'm gonna go heal. Having healthy mental and emotional well-being is a large interest of mine, and I do have some experience with it. But maybe my journey through that mirrors this Pokemon game in more ways than I thought, where I'm starting from the bottom and I make some progress, and then you fall back on it a little bit, and then you keep going, and then you just kind of you accept that even though you wouldn't choose to go through it again, sometimes you don't have a choice where things happen outside of your control. And although you just wish that you'd never be triggered again, you just realize that, yep, sometimes that might happen. And even what little progress you've made, even though you've regressed, you realize that, no, you have learned. And you have worked through some crap that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. But even though you don't have any control over it, you're grateful that you've got tools to help you through it. Thank you, Nurse Joy. I have battled with myself over when and how I was going to share even that much information. I'm going to go more into the story of, you know, how I grew up, my experiences and that stuff when I start the other games. But yeah, I guess now's as good a time as any to break that ice. One of the reasons I wanted to play Pokemon while talking about that was just because it's difficult for me to talk about. I think it's difficult for anybody who's experienced difficult things to talk about it. But it's really important for people to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, then someone who's going through something similar might not be able to learn what you've learned. And it gives me a lot of comfort to think that any difficult thing that I go through, hopefully will be there to help someone else who's going through something similar. So... But on that note, something that just kind of touched my mind earlier. When you're going through a really hard time, and you tell some of your friends what's happened. Not all of them do this, but some of them have this tendency to say things like, not all of your friends will say this, but some of your friends will be like, wow, that's incredible of you to be so strong. You know, you've gone through so much, and you're such a strong individual. You just, I don't know if I could have the strength or the courage to do that. You're so strong, and you know, I'm so proud of you, and for, you know, going through that and finding solutions for yourself. I understand the sentiment, and, you know, it can be nice to hear that. But after a while, a strong person... Good job, Gio, dude. Sometimes a strong person gets tired of hearing that they're strong. I'm just gonna admit that right now. Oh, Camper Shane, you must have been eavesdropping. But the sad truth is that you get tired of hearing that, because you don't choose to be strong. Like, you don't choose to have and what I mean is, like, you don't choose to have difficult experiences that make you strong. Anyone who's been through a difficult situation will probably tell you, like, you know, I wish this never happened to me. I deal with problems that I wouldn't have dealt with otherwise had this not happened to me. Oh, hello. Also, I think... yeah, Lunatone was holding something. Yeah, I guess... yeah, wild Lunatone can have moonstones, so that's pretty cool. We got 2. We're gonna need those. At the same time, though, you know, someone who's gone through a rough situation, they realize that, like, I don't know who I would be today without having gone through all of that. maybe you'd be happier. Or maybe, you know, you go through a hard thing later in life after having things just be sunshine and rainbows the whole time. Would you still react the same way you do now to what your difficulty is? Or would you be stronger for not having gone through a bunch of tragedy? I don't think you would be stronger. I do pity the people who have had rainbow and sunshine lives who go through extreme tragedy, because they're not prepared. So yeah, I don't know what kind of person I would be had I grown up in a peaceful environment. Sorry, it's kind of silent right now. Again, no script. But I hope you know, like, I've been reflecting on all of this over the last week. I still have some feelings that I'm going through, but, like, I'm no longer triggered. I haven't been for a few days now. I'm doing some healthy separation between myself and my mother. We both talked about it. We both agreed that that would be best for us. I feel really blessed that I am at a point where I can talk with someone who has affected me so deeply. And although they don't understand the full picture, they can appreciate that I'm a human being who has real feelings and who's had real experiences. And we can have a discussion about what to do moving forward. And I'll tell you what, my mom is an extremely difficult person for me to be around sometimes. And it's not like I'm exposing anything. Like, I've talked with my mother about this stuff. So, none of this is a surprise to her. So, pretty much good there. not a lot of people who have had a hard time with their family or a significant other or somebody else. Not everybody who gets into a difficult social situation is able to talk with the person they've had issues with, whether it's for their own personal safety or otherwise. I am very fortunate in that regard. But yeah, I guess because of that experience, it just comes back to the idea that, like, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on what people should do with their lives. But maybe if I share my story, not being an expert, but just being someone who's... being somebody who's continuously on a journey. Maybe other people who are looking for advice or even just the knowledge that somebody else kind of understands what they're trying to do. Somebody who's looking for help, doesn't really know where to start, but has that desire to move past all the hurt to become someone that they love and can be proud of. That's my hope anyways. So... I guess we'll just... We're gonna get Geodude here up to level 25, and we'll get Golbat up to 26. They're really close. They're really close. I guess it's kind of therapeutic as well to see my Pokemon characters. You know, they don't always win their fights. But through trial and error and through gaining more experience, they're able to eventually win their boss fights. I think that's pretty cool. A nice parallel. Well, this Lunatone is being very nice. Yay! Geodude's evolving! Oh, good job, Geodude. Good job, Geodude. Good job. Okay, we are gonna switch you with Golbat now. I forgot that Geodude evolved at that level. Oh well. Golbat with enough happiness can evolve at any time. I just don't know when that's going to be. It's probably not going to be for a while later, but... And you know, seems like every time I want to talk, it's always a Zubat popping up. I mean, this is a pretty... Maybe I'll keep going with Zubat in here for a little bit. But... You know, maybe it's good that I'm opening up about this too, because I have a YouTube series that I want to bring to life that kind of goes around that principle of feeling lost and like what your next steps are. I'd really like to see that come alive. This summer I did some character shoots for the series that I want to do, and I've been wanting to post them on like a Patreon to earn money to make that project happen. If that's something that you'd be interested in funding, you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm working with a very talented photographer and editor, and I'm excited to see how those photos turn out. And if they turn out really good, I think I might try and sell some of the photos on Patreon. So if that's something that you would like, you know, just let me know. That's right. So yeah, I guess I'm feeling a little raw today, with what's been going on and some of the thoughts that I've had in my head, but there's also been that part of me that's been like, no, I gotta appear professional, I gotta appear put together, I gotta appear like nothing's wrong. Like, the stuff that was wrong is in the past. But nope. It's not in the past. It is... Last week it was front and center, and this week it's still pretty prevalent on my mind. And, I guess I'm just assuming that I'm not alone in that. That there are plenty of other people who also struggle, despite having gone through a lot of work, despite having made a lot of progress towards the person that they want to become. And I guess I'm just here to say, I feel ya. I feel ya. Becoming the person that you want to be, hard work. Hard work. Sorry, I had to readjust my mic. It is really hard work. But you know, for people who experience pain earlier in their lives than later, at least it's comforted me to think that everybody's going to experience the same situations that might evoke the same emotions. And those situations that I've thought of are... everyone's going to experience loss. Everyone's going to experience loss at some point. Everybody is going to experience some kind of betrayal. I do think it's... everybody is going to experience everyone is going to experience... I had it in my head earlier. This is why I would write things down, because when I have good ideas, I want to remember them. But everyone's going to experience loss. Everyone is going to experience betrayal. Everyone... everyone is going to feel like life's not fair at one point in their lives. Everyone is going to experience health issues. Whether you're experiencing them or someone else is experiencing them, but everyone is going to experience health issues. Everyone is going to experience those things. But you know what everyone is also going to experience? Everyone's going to experience love. Whether you give it to somebody or whether somebody gives it to you. Everybody's going to experience trying to think of the opposite of loss, but everyone is going to have a moment of being found or finding something. Everybody will feel like they belong somewhere at some point. I believe that. For some people it's going to take a really long time, but everybody will eventually find a place they belong. And if you don't like where you're at right now, that can change. I firmly believe that. And, yeah, if this topic and these thoughts are kind of hard for me to sort of spit out on the internet, so if you think I did a good job, or if you think it's worth me talking about, you like this video, share it with friends who might benefit from it. And, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until then, I guess I'll just catch you next time. See ya.